Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing well. So, those who are watching me live, can you guys confirm to me? Am I clearly audible or not? And we'll try to wait for a few minutes so that everyone will join, and then maybe we will start the session, right? So, we'll try to wait for a few minutes, and then maybe we'll start the session. Okay. I hope that you already have watched from my again heading as well as the thumbnail. What's the today's agenda? So we'll talk about the Chat GPT and we'll try to see the features that we have. The one of the most amazing and important thing which I really want to talk about in this session is that how basically we used to write prompts in Chat GPT to get the useful results. I have seen a lot many people who are not really aware about these things, and I believe everyone should be aware about the fact that nowadays it's quite important to understand these stuffs, because if you don't know, then obviously the time required to complete any task will be very very huge as comparable to someone who knows these stuffs. So please try to be very much attentive in this session, and I am pretty much sure that at the end of the session you will really enjoy this and will be really helpful for you in order to do your task. For example, whatever questions you usually ask from me or to any other person who you feel like they are experienced or they are having a good command over the and good expertise over the concepts, that questions you can ask from chat gpt as well. But how, that's the biggest question which we will talk about in today's session. But before we will start, first of all, a very happy Raksha Bandhan to everyone. I hope that many people uh, already, so some people have made it yesterday's night, and some people, I think, in the morning because of some issues, right? But now, if you are done with the Raksha Bandhan, so we can start our today's session where the focus is on Chat GPT, right? So, first of all, can you guys give me a confirmation that am I clearly audible, clearly visible before I'll start sharing my screen and we will start our today's session? Can you guys confirm to me? Can anyone give me the confirmation? मेरी आवाज ठीक से आ रही है सबको? Is my voice is clear? कोई कंफर्म करके बताएगा मुझे. आई थिंक मेनी पीपल आर वॉचिंग मी लाइव. सो कैन यू गिव मी द कंफर्मेशन? ठीक है. आई थिंक आई गॉट द कंफर्मेशन बाय हर्ष. येस, इट इज कमिंग अप. अब मैं क्या करती हूँ, आई ट्राई टू शेयर माई स्क्रीन एंड यू गाइज कंफर्म टू मी दैट वेदर माई स्क्रीन इज प्रॉपरली विजिबल और नॉट. ठीक है. सो लेट मी ट्राई टू शेयर माई स्क्रीन फर्स्ट. आज कुछ इंटरेस्टिंग यूज केसेस भी वी विल ट्राई टू सॉल्व फ्रॉम चैट जीपीटी, ताकि आप लोगों को मजा आए. तो मैंने कुछ चीजें ऑलरेडी कर रखी हैं सॉल्व, और कुछ चीजें आई ट्राई टू डू इट ऑन द लाइव so that cumulative you guys will enjoy whatever things we are doing, right? Anyhow, let me first of all open the pdf and we'll start the session. Shall we start now? Is everyone is all right? Shall we start? Can you guys give me the confirmation? What's the time currently? It's 8:04. Okay, I think we can start, right? Those who really want to join, they can join. Anyhow, those who didn't join, they will definitely get the recordings and they will be able to see the session after the live as well. So let's get started without wasting any time. तो आज के सेशन में what we are going to discuss is regarding the chat GPT. सबको पता है chat GPT के बारे में. I think at least everyone is aware about this tool. I think there are other tools also apart from this chat GPT, but today I'm just focusing on this tool specifically. Okay. Mid Journey is there, BART is there, but as of now, let's try to focus on this tool, chat GPT. Now, many people have, said when this tool came into picture that, even so many students have asked from me that whether we lose our jobs or not. That's the very first thing which many people think. The only important thing which you have to understand here is that these tools will help us to uh, get the results more faster as comparable to the uh, previous times where we don't have anything. We have to think from scratch. Abhi kya hai कि yes, we do have some tool where we can try and go and check it out, do the research. Uske upar we will have to think, right? It's not like that we just have to copy paste everything. Sometimes this tool also is giving the wrong results, so that should be verified by a human being itself, right? So anyhow, what I'm trying to say is these tools are going to change. Obviously today we have chat gpt, maybe tomorrow, if you have heard the news that Meta is also launching some tool which is open source also in chat gpt, to get a good gpu configured, maybe gpu 4 and even in future gpu 5 as well. We do have to pay subscription, right? But Meta is launching in upcoming days a free version, open source version. Maybe whatever thing will happen, what I really want to convey here is that, uh, don't be stubborn with one tool. What I'm trying to convey here is that first of all, have a good fundamentals, have a good basics clear in whatever domain expertise you have. Maybe you want to become data scientist, maybe you want to become data analyst, maybe you want to become big data engineer. Fundamentals is the first thing which you should know. No one can take your job, whatever tool you have. If you know how you will be able to get your task done via these tools, then only I am saying this. So I'm mentioning at the very end the constraint as well. Now in today's session, our focus should be that how with the help of this tool we will make the best out of it. We will be able to get our results done in a very amazing manner. We should know this is also a skill. Now many people are launching the courses also on top of this. I don't think that there is a specific need to buy any sort of course. It's just like you need to explore by yourself, and there are so many YouTube videos. Even this video is also freely available now. So you should have to think that how, what are the key points which we have to take away from this session. And I really want everyone at the end of the session, what things you have learned, what are the key takeaways you have learned from this session, you will write in the comment section. I will definitely see all the comments, and will try to give a heart with respect to whichever comment I find it very much amazing, right? Now in chat gpt, how basically we usually start writing anything. You all know that whenever we will be having, let me just open a new chat. This is the screen I think everyone is able to see on my screen. This is a chat gpt, right? Here I have taken the subscription version as well, which costs me around $20 per month, just to show you guys everything from a scratch, that what is there in gpt 3.5, what is there in gpt 4, what are the amazing functionalities which we have in a subscription mode. By seeing that, it's not at all necessary to buy the subscription. Okay, I think many of your tasks will be done only by free version tool. I'm not recommending you all to go and buy. If you can, obviously you can buy and just explore the features that we have. But I'll try to show you each and everything in today's session. What premium features you will be able to get if you will buy the subscription, what you will be able to get if you don't have, what things you have to do. So first of all, even though you have the subscription, or if you don't have, doesn't matter, you always have this screen of sending a message, right? And when you will not have a subscription, you just have gpt 3.5 available, right? If you buy the subscription, you have gpt 4 as well to access, right? Now here you can see the screen of sending a message. Now in chat gpt, whenever you're trying to send a message, this is something which I'm calling it as a prompt, or the people are calling it as a prompt. There are so many courses which are available, that how we will be able to write an efficient prompt in chat gpt, which a specific domain called as prompt engineering is also there, where with the help of which we will be able to get an efficient result, right? uh, I usually say before chat gpt also that there is everything available on Google, but many people don't even know what we're supposed to search on Google. The same thing I'll say here on this tool as well. Everyone has access of this tool, but many people don't even know how we can write the questions, how we can write the prompts in this tool. So now I'll not say message here, I'll always say prompt. You automatically understand that the meaning of the prompt is that I'm saying that what message you will write in this particular platform. Is it fine? Everyone is with me? Shall we start now? Perfect. What is the complete flow? How basically we're supposed to write any prompt? or maybe how you usually write. Can you guys give me the answer? I hope everyone must have used this tool before this session as well. And even I have taken few lives in the previous part of the videos as well. So can you tell me how you usually write a prompt in ChatGPT? Let's say you want to search something, you want to write a LinkedIn post. How basically you usually write in this ChatGPT tool? There should be a proper flow with the help of which you will be able to write an efficient prompt, efficient message in this particular tool. And the way should be that first of all, whenever you're writing any of the question, whenever you're writing any of the question in this tool, you should assign ChatGPT a specific role, if possible. If possible, I'm saying for every use case. What is the meaning of a role? Role meaning that, let's say you want to solve the assignments in your college. Professor gave you the assignment and you want to solve the assignment of, mm, let's say Java programming. Now you will say that you will assign a role to this tool that consider you as a Java developer. So I have assigned a role to this particular tool that you are a Java developer now. Okay? This is the first task. Second task is that now, what is the task you want the chat GPT to solve? Now, let's say there is a program which I really want to solve is, uh, let's say rotation of a matrix. It's a very famous problem, by the way, in DSA, rotation of matrix in 2D arrays. So let's say I am saying that you're a Java developer having a strong expertise over DSA. Now your task is to do the rotation of a matrix. If a user is given you this matrix, you should have to rotate this matrix towards right. Maybe. I'm just giving you a scenario problem, okay? Now, the third thing which you have to mention is constraints. And let's say you will say that the constraint is that I will take the numbers from 1 to 10,000. Number size will not be that much big. It will be from 1 to 10,000. It will not be bigger than 10,000. Now, what is the expectations you have from this particular problem? What is the expectations you have in this problem? Let's say you will say that the expectations is that I want a lower time and space complexity of your code. So whatever code you will write now, I want a lower time and the space complexity of that code. What is the constraint? Constraint is, let's say I'm taking a number, value of n in the given matrix from 1 to, let's say, 10,000. This is how the complete flow of writing anything in ChatGPT should go. This is how you should write any prompt. Prompt, in other words, as I told you in the starting of the session, is a message. I hope you understand the scenario. The same scenario you can relate with everywhere, with whatever problem you're trying to solve. I'm just giving you one simple example. I don't want you to cram anything here. I just want to get the logic, what I'm trying to convey here, that there are 4 things which you should mention in your query, in your prompt. What is the role? Just assign that role to ChatGPT, that consider you yourself as this role. The task is this. The constraint is this. Now, it might be the possibility that you are dealing with some project, some use case where you don't have a specific constraint. It's okay. You don't have a specific expectation. By the way, it's quite rare, but still, if you don't have, then you don't need to mention. But if possible, try to give as much data as you can deliver to the chat GPT so that it will be able to solve your problem pretty well. Is this part is clear to everyone? The very first thing which I have talked about in this today's live is that how you will be able to write a effective prompt in chat GPT. Is this clear to everyone? Is this clear? Then I'll talk about one real-time use case which I have solved via this kind of a prompt, and we will see the result as well. Just now I have shared the screen also, but again I'll share it. That's not an issue. But is the point is clear? Do you have any sort of doubt here? Whatever things I have just now conveyed. Forever Plays, thanks ma'am for your efforts. Thank you so much. One of the best teacher. Thank you so much, Yash. Harsh is saying what we need to find that answer, that I need to write question and that gives me a result. So how basically you're supposed to write a question now? Is this part is clear, everyone? That's the literal objective of today's session. Everyone knows that they have to write a question. Everyone knows that ChatGPT will give the answer. But let me tell you that, if you don't specify like this now, you will get very, I would say, nonsense results as well. It really depends on how you are writing. Maybe in expectations, uh, if suppose you are saying that write me a LinkedIn post, and you are trying to say that, maybe the post contains the launch of some new course by you. So try to say that please don't use any marketing buzzwords. Don't use any marketing buzzwords. Otherwise, so many words, vocab it is using, which basically indicates that this post is by ChatGPT. You will nowadays see that, many people on LinkedIn are writing a post with a very heavy buzzwords. Automatically you will be able to get an idea that, this people is just copy and pasting this particular text from ChatGPT. It's not that much difficult to recognize. I think you must have recognized the text written by ChatGPT versus written by a human being. But the person uh, who knows that how basically we will be able to get the result just like a human being writing, then only you will be able to recognize that, okay, just like a Gans, that I will not able to recognize it whether it is written by me versus ChatGPT. But there are so many people who are not aware about this thing. They are writing directly, very limited information they are giving to ChatGPT. That's why they're not getting a good results. So the higher amount of data you will provide to ChatGPT, the good results you will be able to get. That's the ultimate thing which I really want to talk about here, and that should be the flow with the help of which you will write the effective prompts. Now, let's go and check it out one scenario problem. Here, I have done it, I think, yesterday only. Okay, is the result gone? Okay, let me just refresh it. If it is gone, then maybe we need to do it again. Okay, it's not there. Perfect. So I thought that I'll show you the direct results, but it's okay. What I can do is I can go to the new chat. I think it is taking some time. Maybe it's coming up. I don't know whether the net connectivity issue is there or not. Let's wait for a moment. Meanwhile, let me tell you a few more stuffs on top of this. Let me tell you the complete flow chart. Just give me a second. Something went wrong. Please connect. Okay. Let me try to do it again. What happened? It's working perfectly fine, but now it is not working up. Let's see. Let's wait for a few more moments. Meanwhile, let me try to discuss few more stuffs with respect to the complete end-to-end flow chart via which what is happening after generation of this chat GPT. What happens? How basically the flow should happen? Usually what happens is that start thinking, human thinks something, right? Now, nowadays, when we think, initially we don't have any specific tool via which we can refer, we can go and check it out. Nowadays, we have so many amazing tools. It's not only chat GPT, I'm saying. There are so many specific tools that we have where human go and try to prompt AI, right? Prompt means try to type a message, and it will be able to try to give or deliver a context behind that. Prompts a message and it will try to give the context behind that. Now, what usually happens is that AI gives the result. Obviously, if you will text something, it will try to deliver the results. So AI tries to gives you the result, whatever prompt you have mentioned according to that. Now, what is the problem which nowadays people are doing is they are just directly doing the copy pasting, which is really bad. What you have to do is, that's where you will be able to retain your job as comparable to other people. Copy pasting will never help. You will have to think on top of what the results which AI is giving to you. Uh, okay, so it is not working still. Let's try to regenerate. If the issue will sustain, I'll try to take one more live. Let's see. Now AI gives the result. What is the next thing? You should have to think on top of this. So human should try to build on top of on top of above results, on top of what AI delivers, right? That's where your task will come. And that's where your job will not get, disturbed. I hope many people must have this question that, at least I have listened so many times that, whether we will be able to retain our job or not. Obviously there are few jobs which are requires a automating kind of a thing, maybe content creation, that's of a very high risk. Maybe images generation, that is again, there are so many companies that we have in India also, which is again of a risk, because nowadays we will be able to generate images, summarize the videos, summarize the text via the plugins, via the data analysis tools that we have on ChatGPT. I really want to show you everything, but if the problem will retain, okay, it is working fine now. Uh, Perfect. I think there was internal issue which was happening. Now it is working perfectly fine. So we will discuss further, and then the last step is that's where the human being will try to deliver the context. Human being will try to deliver the context. So this is how the complete flow should happen, right? This is how the complete flow of doing your task should be in current scenario. I don't know about future. I'm not saying that in future this is how the thing will happen, but in the current scenario, this is how you're doing any of the tasks should be happening in with respect to any of the projects, whether you are doing your freelance projects or you're doing your company based projects, or you're doing your professional or personal projects, or you're doing your colleges projects. You should think now, in the before coming these kind of a tools, we don't have any canvas, we have to think from a scratch, as I told you. But now we can prompt to AI via the above way. Just now I have talked about the way to write an efficient prompt. After that, it will give you a result. Try to think on top of it how you can make it more better, how you can just try to brainstorm with this tool, and then finally try to deliver your result. I hope that this complete flow is also clear to everyone. Now let's go back to the chat gpt tool itself, and let me try to to talk about the thing which I was telling you that I have done it yesterday. So what I have done is, uh, I have tried to, I have taken my resume, and please, these are the assumptions which I have made just to demonstrate you guys. So there is nothing as such reality as of now. CTC also I have mentioned something something just to show you few stuffs. Okay, so now let's try to see that how I'm trying to evaluate my resume. So many people have questions that, I have created my resume, how can I improvise much better? I know that we do have a specific tools where which we will be able to check our rating of a resume. That's completely fine, but here my task is to check it out. First of all, I want my tool to check my resume, then it will give me a rating, it will provide me a feedback, how can I improvise? And this resume is, I think I have updated 1 year back only. After that I didn't update. So I have uploaded my that resume. Okay, so now you can see what is the prompt I have mentioned here. I have mentioned, consider yourself as a recruiter of the mang companies, and you are hiring for 1 to 2 years experienced data scientist. Now what I have done here, I have specified the role role to chat gpt. That's what I have mentioned, right? If you remember what I have mentioned, the very first thing is to specify a role. So I have specified a role in this scenario that you are a recruiter. Obviously recruiter only checks the resume, right? Then I specify the task. Now your task is to let me know whether you will appreciate the quality of the attached resume or not. Okay. Considering my expectation, now here I have not mentioned any sort of constraint because I don't feel like that there is anything constraint here. uh, you can mention that I am looking for the positions only in Bangalore or in let's say Gurgaon. There are two cities you can mention that can be a constraint in your scenario. Now I have not mentioned any constraint, I have skipped that, and then I have mentioned my expectations. Considering my expectations of the pay scale to be between 60 to 90 LPA, right? I have mentioned this. Now what it is doing, can you check the result? And it's superb amazing. You can see I will review the provided resume, provide an assessment based on the context you have given. This I have mentioned, right? Now what it will do, it will try to read my resume, it will try to read the details, and then it will try to give me the pros and cons of my resume. What it is saying to me, what is the pros of my resume? I have a solid educational background, especially with a master's degree from IIT Hyderabad. I have relevant coursework which aligns with all the requirements of a data scientist role. I have experience also after graduation. But what is the cons? Cons maybe from the expected information, I have mentioned only one work experience. In the very start, it has just my first ever work experience, I believe, and the details about the achievements and contribution in that role are not yet visible in the provided section. Regarding the pay scale, a package is generally considered on the higher side. With 1 to 2 years of experience in the Indian job market, candidate would need to have exceptional skills, achievements, or potentially niche expertise. So it is trying to give me so much of thing in a very amazing manner that in my resume, what is the positive thing that I have, where maybe recruiter will find it amazing, maybe my master's degree from IIT, maybe my work experience after the graduation as well, and what is the negative thing also. But now it is giving me the decision. Final decision is, while Priya Bhatia's educational background and relevant coursework are impressive, I would need more information on the achievements, her contribution, her specific projects undertaken during her tenure as a data science to determine the expected pay scale. So now, because I have given a very high range of pay scale according to the experience, so maybe the recruiter is confused, ChatGPT tool is confused. So now I need to provide more context. So it says that, would you like to me to continue extracting and evaluating the rest of the resume? I said yes, I want you to continue extracting and evaluating the rest of the resume. Now you can see that I'm talking to ChatGPT just like I'm talking to my friend, or to my friend who is an HR of a company, of a Google, of a Facebook company, maybe of any of the startup based company which is doing pretty well. So can you see how the conversation is going on in two ways? It's not like that I'm giving a limited information, I'm giving in a proper sense that yes, that's what I want, can you do it for me? Now see what it is doing, it is trying to check the below results also. Now my complete work experience, after the initial work experience, I have worked before that at Thales, which is an MNC. Then technical skills, I have mentioned my scholastic achievements, I have mentioned my projects. Now after this, again evaluation is coming. This is very, very amazing. This is something which is very much appreciative in the complete context. First of all, it is reading it step by step, and then it is giving me the pros and cons of my resume. Again, what is the pros? Experience as a software engineer at Thales, which adds to her overall experience beyond just the data scientist role. So uh, it means that she's not only data scientist. Before that, she has worked approximately 1 year as a software engineer also. So she is having a expertise over that part as well. Now she's having a strong skills relevant to the data science role. Noteworthy scholastic achievements, including a published research paper also she has, and she's having in-depth projects representing the expertise in machine learning, deep learning, and NLP. Fine. Now, what is the cons? This is something where I have to work on. Cons are, while there are multiple projects and a decent work experience, it's still essential to access the depth of these projects and how much impact they have made. I always say to my students who usually ask from me that, whether my resume is good or not. There are so many people who usually ask me this question. They usually mail me. And I always say that whenever you're mentioning the projects now, try to mention what impact you have made, whether it's a project that you are doing in your company or you have done in your college as well. It's very important. Now, considering the additional content, she seems to have a strong academic and technical background. Her achievements and technical skills are impressive. Her projects showcase her capability. The expectation of this much, because I have mentioned in the initial part that I need this much high package. So what the tool is saying, that expectation is on the higher side, but given her background, especially the masters from IIT and subsequent achievements, it's possible she could command a salary in the lower to mid end. Means it's not like that she will be able to get 90 LPA, but it is possible to get from 60 to maybe 70 or 75, in that range, depending upon the company and its compensation structure. Now, the final decision it is giving to me, I would consider Priya Bhatia's resume favorably for the data scientist role. However, the final decision depend on the expected pay scale, because she is saying that my demand is very high, right? In-depth interviews, technical evaluations, negotiations. Now, what I have mentioned, okay, thanks for the evaluation. Can you rate my resume? So, rating in each and every aspect, it is rating to me on the basis of educational background, 9 out of 10, because I have studied from this particular college. Relevant coursework, work experience, technical skills, scholastic achievements, projects, and in every particular skill, the headline, it is giving me that why it is rating me this much, why it is 8, why it is 8.5, why it is 9, which is important, right? And the overall rating you can see is 8.5 out of 10 for my resume. Now, suggestions for improvements, where you can improve. Now, these things are very, very important. For me, as a person, I don't need to ask from anyone now. I need to go, no, I need not to go to anyone to, ask from them that what things I have done, I will do here. Maybe they are saying that quantify the achievements, tailor the resume, include the keywords, professional summary, visual enhancements, active participation, recommendations, and so on. Now, this is how basically, I'm not now moving ahead. So this is how basically I believe, if you will write, so this is one of the use case. Please don't write exact and similar things in your use case also. Here I'm talking about the some use cases I'm trying to deliver to you here, that how basically you will be able to write any of the effective prompt from ChatGPT. That's the real objective to discuss in today's session, and I hope from this use case you will be able to get an idea with respect to that as well. Is this part is clear to everyone? समझ में आया कि अपने को प्रॉम्प्ट लिखना कैसे? इज दिस क्लियर? वी आर ऑल्सो फेसिंग द इशू. हाँ, वो बीच में सबके साथ ही हुआ होगा. दैट्स वाई इट हैपेंड, राइट? Sorry, ma'am, to join the class lately. It's okay, Ankit. You can just check the recordings. Definitely, you will be able to get. Initially, ChatGPT भी work नहीं कर रहा था, अभी अभी काम करना शुरू किया. तो समझ में आया सबको? What I'm trying to convey here with the help of this use case. Is this clear? कि how we need to chat with a ChatGPT, how we need to write an effective prompt in a ChatGPT, और कैसा फ्लो होना चाहिए जब भी अपने को कोई टास्क मिल रहा है कहीं से भी, whether you are doing your own task or you're doing your company's task, how the flow should go. Now, I'm saying now because until this point of time, August 2023, I don't know what future brings to us. But your until so far, your flow should be कि हम सोच रहे हैं, हमें कोई टास्क असाइन हुआ है, हम प्रॉम्प्ट दे रहे हैं एआई को, एआई बेस्ड टूल्स को, जो कि चैट जीपीटी है, मिड जर्नी है, गूगल बार्ट है, कॉन्टेक्स्ट दे रहे हैं. दिस कॉन्टेक्स्ट इज प्रीटी मच इंपॉर्टेंट. The valuable context you will try to deliver to ChatGPT or any as such tool, you will be able to get that valuable information. ये चीज हमारे पास पहले नहीं थी. If I'll talk before 2023, we don't have this particular amazing thing, but now we have. तो इससे हम amazing results निकाल सकते हैं, but हम निकाल नहीं रहे. The only reason is we don't know how to write this efficient prompt. We don't know that how we will be able to write the prompt. अब पता चला कैसे लिखना है. फिर हमें कुछ रिजल्ट्स मिलेंगे. उस रिजल्ट्स के बेसिस पे हम क्या करेंगे? एआई ऑब्वियसली ऐसा नहीं कॉपी पेस्ट करेंगे, हम थोड़ा और सोचेंगे कि हमारे पास तो दिमाग है ना, हमारे पास तो मेमोरी है, माइंड है, उतने डेटा पे ट्रेन हुआ है, हमारे पास एक्सपर्टीज भी है, एक्सपीरियंस भी है. तो दोनों चीजों को मिला के काम करना है. सिर्फ एआई बेस्ड टूल्स पे भी रिलाई नहीं करना और सिर्फ अपने दिमाग पे भी रिलाई नहीं करना. आई थिंक द कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ बोथ ऑफ दीज थिंग्स will get a superb amazing results, and finally you will try to deliver the results. I think you will be able to get a amazing thing out of this, right? Ma'am, I asked a question in the LinkedIn from you. Please have a look over it. I'll check it out, Ankit, because there are so many messages which I usually get, so sometimes I missed it. I'll check it out and let you know. Fine. ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं. अब इसके अलावा और कहाँ पे अपन यूज़ कर सकते हैं, और इसके अलावा चैट जीपीटी प्लस हमारे लिए कैसे हेल्प करता है। मैं एक बार इसको डिलीट कर देती हूँ और अब मैं फिर से एक बार ट्राई करती हूँ न्यू न्यू चैट खोलने का। आई थिंक इट विल वर्क नाउ। कुछ तो इंटरनली या तो इशू हो रहा है अभी रात में, मे बी टू मेनी पीपल आर वर्किंग, दैट्स व्हाई, आई डोंट नो व्हाट्स द इशू। इट्स टेकिंग टाइम अगेन, लेट्स वेट फॉर अ मोमेंट। अगर मुझे मिलता है तो आई जस्ट वांट टू शेयर विद यू कि इफ यू विल ट्राई टू टेक अ सब्सक्रिप्शन, then you will be having two more options. One is data analysis thing, and another thing is the plugin. So these two things you will be able to get from the chat gpt, and I just want to show you what data analysis will do and what plugins will do. I thought that I'll try to install it on the real time live, and will try to share with you the results, but the way it is working as of now, I don't think it's feasible. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not working. uh, let's see, let's wait for a few more minutes. कैन यू गाइस ट्राई एट योर एंड? आप लोगों का चैट जीपीटी वर्क कर रहा है कि नहीं? अभी बोल तो रहा है हाउ कैन आई असिस्ट यू टुडे, देखते हैं। मीनवाइल इफ यू हैव एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस यू वांट टू आस्क, यू कैन आस्क फ्रॉम मी, है ना? मीनवाइल इट इज वर्किंग, इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस टू आस्क यू कैन आस्क फ्रॉम मी। सो उमेश इज सेइंग चैट जीपीटी इज नॉट वर्किंग नाउ। हाँ, मतलब इंटरनली कुछ प्रॉब्लम हो रहा होगा, दैट विल गेट रिजॉल्व डेफिनेटली, बट it's okay. Let's wait for a few moments. If it's not working and will work very very slow, then I'll try to take one more live, या फिर recorded video में मैं डालने का कोशिश करूंगी plugins और analysis के बारे में कुछ real time demonstrations देते हुए। I think resume का मैंने आपको एक example share करके इतना तो बता ही दिया है इस session में कि how basically effectively you can write a prompt and what's the way of thinking should be, that how basically you will be able to think for any of the given project if you will be able to get right. So अगर ये effectively work नहीं करता है अभी, तो I'll try to, okay, now it is working. Let's see, let's try to see if it works or not. Now you can see, right, when I click on this GPT-4 cursor, मेरे पास में एक डिफॉल्ट ऑप्शन आ रहा है, मेरे पास में एक एडवांस डेटा एनालिसिस का ऑप्शन आ रहा है, एक प्लगइन्स का ऑप्शन आ रहा है। So what usually happens is that whenever we are buying the subscription, we will go to the first of all beta features, and you have to own the two features that we have in beta features, plugins as well as advanced data analysis. This is the very first thing which you have to do. Now let's say I want to go for advanced data analysis. What's the effective thing that we will be able to get here is we will be able to have the option to upload a file. मे बी लेट्स से कि आप रिसर्च पेपर पढ़ रहे हो एंड यू नो दैट रिसर्च पेपर्स रीडिंग इज अ वेरी टीडियस टास्क, यू वांट टू गेट अ इन्फ्रेंस आउट ऑफ दैट रिसर्च पेपर। लेट्स से मेरे पास मेरा खुद का लिखा हुआ एक रिसर्च पेपर रखा हुआ है, लेट मी ट्राई टू फेच इट आउट, नॉट दिस, दिस इज वर्क, I think this is the research paper that I have mentioned. Okay. For example, it is uploading. Now, if it will do it fastly, then it would be great. Now, what I'm saying is, how will I write an efficient prompt? So I'll say, consider yourself as a healthcare domain, or you can say, consider yourself as a data scientist in healthcare domain. Okay. The task is to read the above, or you can say attached research paper and give me the uh, insights of the research paper. Okay, so I have assigned a role, I have assigned a task. Now, any constraint which you can think of, maybe I don't have any constraint as of now. The expectation is that you try to you give me a summary of this research paper within 400 words, and please try to avoid any kind of buzzwords while giving the explanation. Okay, let's see what it will be able to give to me. So now what it will do is it will try to extract and read the content of the research paper. Now see, it is working. It will try to see and read the research paper. uh, let's see what we will be able to get after this. So it is finished working. It appears that the initial part of the extracted text contains metadata and licensing information. Let me just open this up. Have I used this correct? Research paper or not? Yes, I think I have attached the correct link. So it is saying, given this, unfortunately, it appears that the extracted content from the research paper is limited to metadata and licensing information. Main content of paper might be embedded as images. Okay, I think that research paper is um, having some licensing issue. So I'll just say attention is all you need. Let me download this research paper and we'll try to use this. I think this should work fine because this is open source as well. My research paper is requiring some costing issue also. Um, so I'm trying to download this. Just give me a moment. So I'm saving it in my downloads. Perfect. Let me try to again get this. Same thing. Can you provide me the insights for this research paper? For this research paper. Let's see what it will be able to give to me. Okay, it's working. In the meanwhile, let's try to do one more thing, which you can do in a very amazing way if you are from a data science domain. You all know that now it is studying, right? You all know that in data science projects, EDA is one of the crucial aspect, right? So I always say that in the complete life cycle of data science, EDA is something where the developers have spent most of the time. So let's say, meanwhile it is coming up, I'll try to open a new chat and let's say I will try to write, I'll try to take one particular CSV file, diabetes.csv, and I'll say that Could you please? So the task is to do the EDA of the attached CSV file and give me the inference of every particular result that you are getting. If I'll just run this, as of now, I'm not writing a proper prompt, but you all know now what you're supposed to do. First of all, try to define a task that, let's say you are a data scientist. Your task is to do the EDA of the attached CSV file and give me the inference of every particular result. Uh, if you have any expectation or the constraint, please do specify. I don't have as of now, so I didn't specify that. Meanwhile, it is coming up. Let's go back to the expected portion which it is giving to me. So here you can see, right, how amazingly it will be able to give me the, so see, the constraints, whichever I have mentioned in the above part, it is considering that constraints as well. The only thing which it is taking a new research paper, which I have uploaded. So how in an amazing way, the summary is coming up. Attention is all you need. What is the overview? What is the key points you will be able to get? And so on, right? So this is how basically we will be able to get the complete context behind the things. Again, if you will see, data set consists of the following columns: pregnancies, glucose, blood pressure, skin thickness. I think it should come up. Again, it is working slow, or it might stop working. I don't know what is happening today. Uh, until so far, I didn't face any problem. But now today I am facing this problem. Maybe internally things are going on, and that's the issue. So let me try to refresh it. So it should come. The simple point is that complete EDA you will be able to observe after some point of time if everything works fine in this particular portal, right? So it is taking time today, but it usually don't take this much amount of time. You can try and explore at your end now. The basic idea which I want to deliver in this session, touchwood, I have given that. In between, there are some sort of problems which we have faced today. But I feel you will be able to get an idea that how basically we will be able to write the things, how basically we will be able to think clearly and then write the efficient prompts. In what sense it will be able to help us out in order to do an efficient task via this tool, right? If you have any sort of questions, you can ask from me. Otherwise, we can wrap up the session. And what I will do is I'll try to create one more recorded video maybe when everything works perfectly fine. Because today there are so many disturbances which happen in between. So I'll try to create a very short and crisp video with respect to the features that we have in ChatGPT and the complete results, which is not coming up just now because of the internal issue. But definitely I'll try to yeah, we are experiencing highly exceptionally high demand. Please hang tight as we work scaling our system. So it's an internal issue, as you can see. So once it is fine, then I'll try to maybe create a separate video properly where I'll try to demonstrate you the results also. But as of now, I think whatever things I want to convey in this YouTube live, it is pretty much, I hope, clear to everyone. If you have any sort of doubt you want to ask from me, you can please try to ask. uh, Otherwise, we can wrap up the today's session, and we'll try to come up in the upcoming live. Not live. I'll try to record the session with respect to this because in future, again, I don't want this kind of a issue that I'm taking a live and then this problem is coming up. So I'll try to do the recording of this particular part. Uh, Ma'am, such a beautiful channel. We all have to maximize its reach as much as possible. Beautiful is not a good word. Such a knowledgeable channel, I think it's a good word. Thank you so much, Ankit, for your appreciation. And yes, the maximization will only happen if you guys will support this channel, right? So please do support. Okay, so Jirak is saying, how do you compare Chat GPT Plus versus Google Bard? See, this problem I am facing for the very first time where there is an internal scaling issue. Apart from this, whatever results I am getting from ChatGPT, I believe it's as of now more powerful than Google Bart as per my experiences, whatever work I have done so far. And the kind of plugins that we have here, today I am not able to show you the plugins part. I have just shown you the advanced data analysis portion. Maybe I'll try to create the separate video for that plugins part as well, where you will say there are so many plugins that we have. We just need to install that, and we just need to use that. Maybe I'm writing a video of mine and I'm getting a summary of that video. I'm writing a text, I'm getting a image of that. So there are so many applications that we have which we easily able to do in this chat gpt plus, you can say, not in chat gpt, because in normal chat gpt this option of plugins, this option of advanced data analysis of uploading this file is not there, which we have in chat gpt plus, right? Yes, that's what Xerox I am saying, that it doesn't support file input section. Just the text prompt is there. Apart from this, plugins is plays a very important role, as I'm mentioning that the way we will be able to do so many applications in this tool that was not possible as of now, but in future no one knows that what other tools we will be able to get which are more amazing than this tool, right? It might come, right? Chat gpt does not have the internet access. Yes, that's the issue. So it's being trained on limited dataset. I think September 2021 is the thing, and that's what we will be able to get the results on top of this only. It does not have access on the real time internet, which they will go and check it out and give us the results. That's the issue. Yeah. Okay, any other doubt anyone is having apart from this? I hope that you find this session insightful. What are the key things? What are the key takeaways which you have taken from this session? I really want you guys to write it down in the comment section of this video. And I'll see you all very soon in the upcoming video, where now we will discuss further amazing concepts related to DSA, data science, and the research work which we have in this domain. And yes, I do. I'm really looking forward for your comment part. What things you have learned from this session, right? Although I'm really sorry for the trouble that happened in between with respect to the internal issues in this tool, uh, maybe due to the high exceptional demand at this point of time. Maybe everyone is free at this point and everyone is trying to, doing some sort of research in this tool. But yeah, again, a very amazing tool. And please try to utilize this tool in order to get your work done fastly, efficiently, and in a very optimized manner. It's very important that nowadays, I always say that it's not important to be data scientist, to be AI researcher, but it's important that whatever research are happening, whatever tools we have, you should have knowledge of that, be it any background. You are from any of the background, I don't care, but you should know that what are the research work which is going on, how you will be able to efficiently get the results from the work with respect to these tools. And that's what the today's session is all about, right? So let's end today's video, and I'll see you all very soon in the upcoming videos, where we will discuss further new stuffs with respect to this domain. Okay, bye bye and see ya. Good night.